Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Hawk Mikado, the Funnel Genius, and what I'm going to show you today is how to use Facebook Messenger to use the hook posts and your funnel bot to actually generate some leads. All right. So first things first, you're going to come into your Facebook page, and you're going to type in your post. Now, one thing I want to note is if you use the photo or video option, this functionality is not going to work, or it may not always work. So you may just want to just do plain text, and you'll have much better success with that. One thing I did find is if you do this and then you go back and edit the post, and I'll even show you how to do that, it did seem to work if you go back and edit the post and add the photo or video after the fact. So I'll show you how to do that. All right, so literally gonna go in here, publish, and there are multiple different types of hook posts. So we did a longer form, and then I'm also gonna copy this because this is for our message. All right, now we go into Facebook and go back to posts. And you'll see the post up at the top here. It's gonna say just now, or it'll have a time and date stamp. You're gonna copy the link URL. You're gonna right click on this, copy link URL or copy link address. And then we're gonna go over into the Chatfuel dashboard. Now you're gonna go into your page. If you only have one, don't worry about it. Just go into that one and then click on the grow button on the side here. And then you're going to acquire comments. You're gonna add a rule. And I've already added a rule in here. I'm gonna delete this for now. So we're going to do 50-day report, and we're going to paste the URL that we grabbed, not from here, that's another thing, that we grabbed from this post right here. So we're going to paste that in here, and then we're going to put in our comment, what we want it to say. So, hey, thanks for requesting our free report on exactly what the post here said. So literally this section right here. If you want it, get the direct download by URL by replying with the word report. And then we hit done. And we are good to go. Now if I come in here and I comment on this, sell it fast. I set this one personally so that it doesn't matter what they say, they're going to get the response. But there it is. So, hey, thanks for requesting our free report on why your home has been on the market 50 plus days, et cetera, et cetera. In order to get this, I got to reply with the word report. So I reply with the word report, and it says, hey, Hawk, to download your report, click here. And I click there. And then it brings me to the opt-in. And then we're right back into the funnel. Now I download that. And voila. And then it sends me back to Messenger. Now, since I've already accepted this, from here, it's not going to ask them. So this is actually a great way to bypass that. But it does require still a double opt-in because they have to respond with the word report in order for them to actually get this. So now I can download the report here. I can get the checklist, which sends me to another funnel, and so on and so forth. So if you have any questions on this, that is how to set that up. Now that we got this set up here, now I want to go and I want to say, you know what, I really want to have a photo in there because photos are better engaging. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to add this photo. I'm going to save this. Now, just be warned, by doing this, it has been known to break the funnel from time to time. So, or break it. Now, in order for me to retest this, I've got to refresh the page here. Also, in your settings, I might have taken the setting out. They did, okay. It looks like they removed the setting where you could prevent somebody from commenting twice, so that could also have something to do with it. So go back here and say, this is awesome. And technically speaking, it would do the same thing. So let me, I'm going to switch screens here, and we're going to test this from another profile, my wife's profile here. So, all right, so you see the profile there. And sell it fast. Give it a couple of seconds. And there you go. So just again, remember to add the image after the fact. That's one of the things that I found. Otherwise, it can't connect. It doesn't connect. It doesn't always connect properly if you don't use this. Do it this way. All right. So that worked. Now, again, same thing. I would have her, we'd want her to reply with the word report. And we're good to go. All right. So close that out. Oops. Now share my screen again. All right, so we're going to go over and we're going to create a new campaign. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an engagement campaign. I want to get people to comment on this post here. And for speed purposes, obviously, you'd come in here and you'd use all of your, let's see, do a list of real estate agents. So use customer lists that you have. So use any list that you've got. You can target by location, and right now we don't care about any of that. We could put demographics, but I'm not going to worry. Actually, I'm going to remove the lookalike audiences. So we're just going to use basically a list of real estate agents that we purchased. So by the way, you can't email the list, but you can always use lists that you purchase to retarget on Facebook. All right. So edit ads placement, of course. So I don't want it on Instagram. I don't want it on Audience Network. I don't want this on right column. It's not going to be in suggested videos or in-stream videos or instant articles. So it's only going to be in the news feed. And we're only going to allow it when they're connected to Wi-Fi. Now, I could even say I only want this on desktop, or basically say I only want this on desktop, not on mobile, just because of the layout of that post, the way I set up the hook post. And then from here, we're going to set do a $10 a day. Actually, we'll make it $20 a day. And then later on, I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit the total budget. So I could even go back here and say, oh wait, no, I have to do that after the fact. So you can set the total budget to say $20 or $30. That way I'm not, so I stop the campaign until I see that it's producing. And I just do that for my own sake so I don't destroy my, we've had a couple of ads we left running over a weekend. We thought we turned them off, and we didn't have a budget to them and spent thousands of dollars, and they generated nothing from it. So that's one of the things. Even I recommend setting a daily limit, not using lifetime budget. That's just my own, it's just how I do it. And then we set a campaign budget for the lifetime budget. So that way, if it does well, we can extend it easily instead of switching that whole thing. Anyways, ask our Facebook ads guy if you've got other questions on that. All right, go to luxury estates. And of course, it's the first one that pops up. Now, see, this is one of the reasons why I would potentially only do it on desktop, just because right here you see right here, and even that one. So the desktop newsfeed is really the only one that it shows up properly. But I'll test it out, see what it does, and if it works well, then great. If not, then I'm not going to worry about it. So we're not going to worry about that. So and again, always use existing posts. Don't create new posts. And I mean, there are reasons to create new posts, but for the most part, you're not worrying about that. And then, of course, use our pixel. So our pixel is already tracking and ready to go. So confirm that. All right, so now that this is set, we're going to go in here and we're going to click Edit. And I need to go back to the campaign. And then I'm going to set the limit. Let's say I'm going to do 50 bucks. So, $100, yeah, of course. Minimum budget is $100, of course. Sorry about that. So used to be able to set it a lot lower. They changed that a couple months ago. And basically I'm saying I don't want to spend more than $100 on this campaign before we shut it off. So if after $100, I spent $100 and it's doing really well, then I just remove the limit and I'll even increase the total budget. So basically this is going to run for a week, 5 days. So today's Monday when this is being recorded. So this will run until Friday, well actually technically 5 days, Saturday, midday. So that'll be really cool to see what happens. And then we'll even be able to go into the stats when there are stats and see, you know, which day we can boil down which days did the best, what times did the best. And there's a ton of stats that we can look at and we can see from there. So if you have any questions on this, let me know, and happy to help, happy to answer. But this is how you go in, you create a hook post on your page. So building it in your page, connecting it into your chat bot so you can get it. One of the key things, and I set this up before, so I'm gonna remind you. You need to make sure that they ask for, you're asking them to reply, because in order for them to actually become a lead in your bot, they have to reply. So in order to reply, I did set up a deliver. So this delivery is just, hey, thanks for requesting. And of course, one of the things I could add in is a user attribute. So I could even put in report commented. So I can then say, hey, like these people asked for the report, but they haven't requested it yet. They've just commented letting us know. So they still have to download it, basically. They still have to go through and complete that. And then you set up an AI. So I use the word report, and it'll find anything that's similar to report. And then I set up a block here to deliver that report that way. So that is a pretty cool functionality, and that's how we deliver that. Awesome, guys. Have a blessed day, and let me know if I can help.